Hi guys, welcome to the Baby Sleep Magic podcast. My name is Chantel, and today's episode I'm going to be answering a question that I often get asked inside the app, inside the community. And even my own clients ask me this, and I often get emails and DMs about it through social media. So the question is, what if my child falls asleep in the car on the way home just before nap time? Now, this is a very common scenario that happens with children at any age, and they usually drift off during their awake time because of the motion of either the car or the pram, and they find it quite relaxing, which unfortunately can make their next nap a battle or in some cases non-existent. So what to do in those scenarios? Here's a couple of options that I'm going to go over with you in the instance that, this could happen to you. So option one is you could keep driving to allow your child to have that nap in the car. Whether it's, if you've got the opportunity, you could go for 45 minutes to an hour, depending on where you are, what your situation is, what your time is looking like. But that's certainly one option if nap time isn't too far off. The other option is once you get home, you can do a transfer. However, transfers with older babies are very rarely successful. I always say to everyone, buy yourself a lottery ticket if that happens, because it's very, very rare. It is an option. You can give it a go, but just be mindful it's not often successful. Another option is, which is the one I'm most likely to lean towards, and this is only, of course, if they haven't napped for too long. The thing is, if a child, baby, toddler, has napped for longer than around 10 minutes, they're actually going to think they've had a decent nap, and then getting them to go back for a nap once they either get home or, later can be quite difficult. So what we need to do is, depending on how long they've napped in the car, will depend on how long you need to keep them awake for before you try again for that next nap. So let's say hypothetically, if you get home and they've only fallen asleep just around the corner and it's literally been a few minutes, 5-10 minutes, not even, then what you're best to do is get home, probably wake them up if, given the fact the transfer might not be successful, wake them up, offer them a little bit of a top-up feed if they're at that age where you can do that. Maybe get them to play for a little bit, whether it's a bit of tummy time or whether it's just running around the house for a bit, depending on, like I said, the age of the child. And then within 5 or 10 minutes, go and then put them down for a nap, because that's only given the fact that they've had a little tiny power nap in the car. However, if it's been longer than a quick few minutes, like I'm talking now longer than 10 minutes plus, what you'll probably need to do in this scenario is, once you get them home and they're awake, is to play. They need to burn off some energy. They need to burn off some of that nap time that they had in the car or the pram. So that means play with them, give them any more food if they need it, give them another top up of milk if you've got the opportunity, get them busy, get them moving, get them playing, get them stimulated, get them active. And what it might come down to, depending on the age of the child, whether it's 20 minutes or it might even be 45 minutes to an hour later, then you can try for that nap again. If you try too soon, they're going to put up a huge fight and a battle, because they believe in their brain they've already had a nap. They don't need another nap. You're literally trying to do something they don't want because they believe they've already had it. And that's where you're going to get a lot of resistance. So what we need to do, again, it comes down to the age of the child, is to break it up. And it can be anywhere from a few minutes of awake time, depending on how long the nap was in the car, to 45 minutes to an hour. Again, comes down to the amount of time they had a nap in the car and the age of the child. So obviously, the older the child, the more time awake they can spend. Yeah, that's probably my biggest tip, just because, if you try too early, they're going to give you a lot of resistance. Now, if it's later in the afternoon and it happened to be the second nap of the day, and for whatever reason, you're just not going to get much of an opportunity to get them back to sleep at home in the afternoon, you might be more likely to opt for an early bedtime. And this is probably more likely for children over the age of 6 months. And, an early bedtime can be as early as 5 p.m. That's never too early in situations like this. So what you might want to do is, depending on the afternoon, depending on the time, you might want to opt for an early dinner. And that could be as early as 4:30ish. Opt for an early bath and then in bed by 5:30, especially if, you've missed that opportunity for that last nap. The last thing you want to do is try to string it out even longer, because what you're likely to experience in that scenario is your little one's going to become really overtired. And when they're overtired, they just don't cope, especially in the afternoon and that evening. They're not going to enjoy their dinner. They're certainly not going to finish it. They're probably going to have a really cranky, irritable bath time. They're not likely to drink their milk at the end of their evening just because they're so exhausted. And then they're likely to wake up not long after going to sleep initially because they're probably hungry, they didn't get that opportunity to eat well and drink that milk, and they're overtired. They went to bed overtired. So that generally equals frequent night wakings and early rising as a result. So to avoid all that, you're probably best to opt for an early bedtime in situations like this, missing naps. So look, I hope that helps. I hope it gives you a bit of an overview on and a few options on what to do in the instance that, your little one does fall asleep in the car during their awake time, because this does happen from time to time. It's normal, it's natural, it's expected, and every day is different. There is no one size fits all. There is no structure to any child's day that's going to flow and work every single time, every single day. It just doesn't work like that. Babies don't work like that. Adults don't work like that. So, and there's always other options you can do. There's not only one particular thing that you can or can't do. Like I said, there's a few options. You can either continue to drive to get a good nap in and keep going. You could try the transfer, or you could wake your child up when you get home, spend a little bit of awake time playing, stimulating, interacting, offering a bit of food if you need to, before then offering that going again for that nap. Or like I said at the end there, you can opt for an early bedtime. So there's definitely strategies that you can use to help. So yeah, look, I hope that helps. Please feel free to share this with another mum or a friend if you do find this helpful or useful. And thanks again for listening.